All right, welcome back to a whole new episode of Checking In with Brando. Today I got a special guest, a returning guest, my homie, my roadie, my boy Jesh. My boy,
Yes,
what's up,
sir.
man?
Man, I'm chilling out, man. What's up with you, big dog? How you doing?
Man, I'm just living life. That's all, man. What you been up to, my boy?
I like me and Kevin and Marshawn. We all like looking at this house or something in Omaha, and we working on that's like doing the house tours and all that, and figuring out bills and stuff. But outside of that, I mean, I graduated. Uh, fucking yeah,
Congratulations, my boy.
yeah. It's like it's good. It's like it's good and bad because like I walk across the stage and all that, but the school trying to wring my pockets dry for this piece of paper, man. They said, "Nah, not that easy, big dog. They they need my pockets, man. Pretty wild." But outside of that, I just been really trying to focus on self improvement, especially recently. Just focusing on myself and what I got to do to become the man I want to be in the future, basically, and just making time for peace. Making time to get this money I need and making time for friends. And I done got cold at spades, man. I done got cold to sale of spades, man. Ask these niggas,
I'm
man. I done
funny,
got cold
got
to sale of
right.
spades, man.
Oh man, that's smooth, bro. That's smooth. But let's talk about you graduating real quick, man. Like, how does
All right,
that
all
feel,
right.
man? You done? No more school? What's the plan? Like, how it feel?
Man, it feels amazing not to have to go to class, man. Because honestly, out here, like, it's nothing like it's nothing against like the people of the school or whatever or the population of fucking Iowa or whatever. It's just like uh I just it's because I'm a black man at this, predominantly white school period. But I'm a journal I majored in journalism too. So it's like every single class I go to, it's literally just like I might be one of two or three black people in the whole classroom. So whenever the teacher would say something, talking about slavery or race relations or Trump or some shit like that. Like it's like like they give you that little look, and you just like, bro,
Yeah, come on, man.
come on now. I'm not fucking Martin Luther King, bro. Like stop looking at me like that, G. And it was really isolating to go to those classes a lot. I mean, I learned a lot and I met a lot of great people, but it's like on a day to day basis, like I just like I had no problem with the schoolwork. Like the work is easy. Like since I've been in college, like I never like the only barrier that's holding me from doing my schoolwork is like being lazy or procrastinating. But like you catch me on a good day and I got this work in front of me, like I'm gonna knock that shit out. Like that's not gonna be any it's not gonna be no, oh, it's too hard and I don't know if I could like it was, it was whatever. It's just like the environment of the classroom a lot of times would get me. But I'm just used to growing up around black people. Like, like it's just like used to being around a lot of black people, maybe some Mexicans, barely one or two white people, but not really as to the extent it is now. And at first I thought it was kind of cool, but like, I don't know, it just got real like I just felt like I'm not like I felt like I felt so isolated for a long time, and that would affect like my attendance in class too. Like I would definitely be missing a lot of class, but I'm doing the work, so it's like who cares? Like I wasn't waking up at a 7:45, but I will come get that assignment off you. Go ahead, hand me that. But it wasn't too crazy, but graduating like it's just good to be done with going to class. I feel like it's all because every summer I would feel so good because it's like I get to just work and come home and do what I want to do instead of like work. Then I got to do class. Then I got to squeeze time for homework in, and then maybe for a little bit of the day I can squeeze something to do, something that I want to do in there. But now it's mostly get this bread, come to the crib, hang out with my friends, do whatever. But I'm just just some simple shit. Just not everything ripping and running. I hate that shit, and so glad I'm done with it. The ceremony was decent, but it was cold as hell that day, and I came out my cap and gown thinking shit was sweet, and it was not sweet. The wind whipping my shit all over the place, bro. I can't lie. But yeah, that's yeah.
Okay. Like, how was it like navigating the social pressure of being like only black person in class where everybody looking at you like when a so-called race issue comes across?
Yeah, Well, my first year out here, I didn't really think about it that much, or I just was like, I'm another student, I'm going to class. Obviously they'd have the, like the first couple of times you hear they say something about slavery or whatever in class, and people, look at you, you're like, that makes sense. I'm, the only black person here, I have probably a better opinion on the situation than anybody else in the room, sure. But and then I think like my second year, I had like it was like an actual race relations class. Like it was like about like racism and combating it and understanding different viewpoints. And in that class, I think it was me and like maybe 3 or 4 more black people, but I was going off on that. Like if you'd have had me in that class, like bruh, it was like, so what about this? What about this stuff that's happening? Da da da. And I'm just like, power to people. Like I'm just going crazy. Like I'm just like, I'm going like opinions, like everything. Like my heart was in it. Like I was so ecstatic to just like talk about my opinion on some of this like racist stuff that be going on and stuff. But after a while, it just get like, okay, bro, like I got other stuff going on in my life, the racism, bro. Like I get that I'm black and my existence is political, period. I get that, sure, but I'm not thinking about that shit right now. I'm just trying to get this grade and go home, say what's up to my homies, get this money so I can pay my bills. Like it got dry real fast, but at first it was kind of cool, but it tapered off.
Okay, I got you, man. I got you. So what's new in your world since like you're really taking that time to really work on your stuff, man?
Um, what's new? I mean, still got my car. I don't know. It's more like a new mindset because and I don't want to say too much on on the internet because I don't want people's feelings to get hurt. But I was just messing with somebody for a minute, and I kind of just broke it off recently, and I just felt like I was losing the part of me that made me, if that makes sense. Like I felt like I was losing my individualism. Like I felt like I was becoming more of a side character in somebody else's story than my own story. And I didn't like that at all. And, communication stuff, energy not being reciprocated, stuff like that. So, I had broke that off. But yeah, I mean, it's essentially the same stuff I've been doing. I'm just like a little more motivated to do it now. And like my mental's in it more. Like I used to get up at like 12 or whatever, it's like an excuse to get up early. It's an excuse to be awake for more of your day. It's an excuse to be more productive. Like today I got up at 7. I've been doing it for like a couple weeks now, but today I got up at 7, gave him that ride, and came back home. I think I bought some groceries, ate, cooked, washed dishes, washed my clothes and stuff, washed my work clothes, and just being productive overall, getting some of my stuff in order, straighten up my room, stuff like that. Like when I'm waking up at like 12, 1 o'clock, I just do not be trying to do that. I just be trying to, just whatever until somebody wants to do something. But the waking up early, and Jimmy, I love you. Don't forget it. The waking up early, and I'm just really committed to the gym now with everybody because I used to be ducking it a lot, but now I'm committed now. Like I'm going. Like at night, if I'm free during the day, whenever, like I'm going to that gym, I'm gonna make it happen. I'm still sore shit right now. Like my thighs hurt from the leg day we hit the other day. Like we must have did like 7 or 8 leg workouts, and then we did an incline walk after that. Like my legs still messed up. Like, but committing to the gym, getting up early. I've been definitely tapering off my smoking because probably like towards the end of last year, early this year, like I would get up and smoke the first thing I do when I get up, and then smoke, a little bit later, just basically smoke throughout the day. And it just made me feel like after a while, it just felt like I was like sleepwalking through life. Like I was super tired all the time. And there's no knock to weed because I definitely still smoke like, at night and, when people are trying to hang out. But I'm trying to, because it used to be a bunch of times a day, but now I'm taking off to 1 time a day. And my goal is eventually to get to maybe 3 times a week. because I do feel like I feel better after I've like gotten past that part where, like when you try to take a tolerance break and then you're like, I want to smoke, you get that urge, but it's just like once you get over that, it's just like, damn, like I got more energy. Like I'm living out here. So tapering off the smoking a little bit, still working on that. Tapering off the smoking, getting up early, and working out. But go ahead and get in your room or something. But yeah.
Oh man, that's pretty cool, man. And I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like since I found like my own peace, like I've been so guarded. Like I've guarded my peace so well. Cause like usually like before like I realized like or even had like a peace of mind, like I was really letting like things just get to me and I was putting myself in situations I shouldn't been in the first place. But I could say like I'm honestly doing a better job of not doing it anymore.
Yeah, like I don't want to drop everybody's information and stuff. I don't want to say too much, but it's like when I was with my shorty, like, and it's not really a knock to her. It's just like I went through a lot of life changes this last year and a half, like so many life changes that I thought I could handle. That just like I went through so much like different stuff that I didn't expect happen. Like probably 2021, I went through so much different stuff, and like trying to do all that and keep up like a relationship can be really difficult. And because it's like it just adds another layer to everything you're dealing with. Like if you got like money problems or you keep getting hit with bills at the wrong time and it's eating your whole account like negative whatever, and you got to go DoorDash. You trying to DoorDash and it's freaking the traffic is stupid and restaurants are being stupid and people is asking you stupid questions all the time and just like it and on top of that you get the added layer of with a relationship like you got that even if it's a small layer there's something like there's some form of insecurity you feel a little bit in a relationship. Like you can it's not supposed to be that way but like I feel like or at least me personally like there was at least a little layer of insecurity I felt which I feel is normal. Like obviously if you're with somebody you don't want to you hope they still like you and all that but that and maybe arguments or you trying to communication problems stuff like that like all that just makes it way more intense. And then you got to add time you got to spend time with that person and it's not like it's the biggest chore but it's like if I just worked all day from like because when I started like when the semester started I would literally be skipping classes to DoorDash and I would be DoorDashing probably from like I remember one day I DoorDash from like 9 or 10 a.m. to like 11 p.m. Like the whole day. I skipped all my classes. I just DoorDash the whole day because like I was probably like $70 in the hole, like -70, because like a bill came out and I didn't have the whole thing and I got the late fee on top of that and it was nonsense. So I just went and dashed like all day just to get that and I know I had another bill tomorrow. So I'm just like doing this and then you go through all that like and it's not really the other person's fault, but it's like, when they trying to hit you up or FaceTime you out here driving and deal with traffic, you like, they trying to talk and be nice and sweet and all that. You're just like, oh my God, like you got an attitude. You're like, I'm upset about other stuff, but you FaceTiming me, it's making it worse, kinda. Cause it's like, well, it's more for me because I'm the type of person like when I got something hard to do or where it's something difficult or, like I got to overcome something, I need to lock in. I need to isolate, lock in, just focus on one thing. Like, I hate distractions when I'm trying to lock in on something, especially if it's important. Like, please do not distract me. Please don't try and, whatever. Like, just give me the isolation. And then you working all day. And then at the end of the day, you trying to see your girl or whatever. And, it's, it's too late now. Or, I got stuff to do in the morning. And it's just like, or, you argue with them. You're trying to, make all this stuff happen. It's just like, it gets really too much with the stuff happening. Like I had probably like a bunch of mental breakdowns last year. Like, and my girl was a real one for, helping me out and talking me through some of that stuff. But I was just getting I was getting punched in the back of the head by life every 30 minutes, bro. Like it was crazy.
I've got hands, so I'm not gonna lie to you. That motherfucker got
life got it's like Mike Tyson, G, I swear.
Nice, man. I ain't gonna lie, I got hit a few times, over the last couple of years or so. But it's like, man, like something like I've really been learning about lately is just like the concept of time versus energy, like when you're with somebody, or like
Yeah.
in general, like people don't necessarily just want your time; they really want your energy. But then like you have to be
Yeah.
like disciplined enough to be like, I got like 5 minutes of energy I can give you. That's all you, and I'm all there. But it's like
Yeah.
after that 5 minutes, like I don't want to do you disservice. So it's like I'm just gonna give you all this 5 minutes, and that's gonna have to be that. But it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, like it's been crazy, bro, because I had to realize like the importance of that myself, because like, I know like younger, like I used to be like, oh, this person has to spend time with me if they really care about me and this and that, woo woo. But it's like there's more about the exchange of energy, really.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Cause like you would have that energy, but like you need it for something. Like you don't just have this infinite amount of energy. Like when I first got my shorty, it was during the pandemic. Like we were getting 400, 800 bucks every Friday. Like people didn't really have to go to work. Like we just sit around watching movies. Like I had near infinite energy. I'm just chilling out all day, ordering food, like not leaving the house. But once it got back more to reality, like, you have to work, you have to do this, you got to do all this. Like my energy was somewhere else. Like, and my time, like my time and my energy was somewhere else at all, like all the time, like school or work. Like the people at school want my energy, but I got to get out to work because it don't matter what good grades I get if I'm on the street with all my stuff. Then that's a L, and I'm not taking that L. Like you gotta. It's like so hard. Like I've gotten solid at time management. Like I've really gotten really solid at time management, but energy management is something that I'm just learning to get better at. But it's more about like trying to make sure you have the most energy at the beginning of your day or like early in your day to hopefully last you to the end. Because I wrestled in high school, and like I'm the type of nigga like I don't need to eat. Like obviously you need to eat, of course, but like when I was in wrestling in high school, like I think like my freshman year I was 126. I think sophomore, junior year, senior year I did like 134, but I could not make that weight. My body did not want me to make that weight at all. Like I would always come in like 3-4 pounds over or something. Hold on. That's it. Yeah, like 3-4 pounds over, I'd come in and like they'd be run. Like it'd be the day of the match, I'd be pound over, 2 pounds over. And like I promise you, I was that kid who's like putting a t-shirt, or like putting a t-shirt on, putting that, cutting the holes in the garbage bag, putting the garbage bag on, putting a sweater on, putting a hoodie on, putting a hat on, put jogging pants on, like just running, trying to cut that off. Like it's been times where I've just barely made the weigh in. Like it's been a couple times, like I'm running, doing all this, and they're like, all right, the last person got to weigh in, come on. And I'm just running down there, and I take all this stuff off. I'm dripping sweat all on the floor around me. And they're like, you made it. And it's like, sure, you made the weight, you use that energy to get the weight, but it's like, nah, now you got to actually wrestle. Like I'm taking every second before I got to wrestle to, drink water. And if somebody got a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, like just try and make something happen, just try and do anything. But it would be a lot of times like I barely made weight, and it's like ain't nobody got nothing to eat or nothing. Like I might be off a little bit of water, and it's just like get your ass out there and wrestle, boy. And I'm just like, okay, like, and I got to get better with like I think I might have developed like a low key eating disorder because I've been eating 3 meals like in a minute. Like I've had the option to, but I'm just like when I finish that third meal, I'm super stuffed. I'm like, yeah, let me chill out. But I've been getting I've been solid with making breakfast for a while. But I've been making sure I'm going to this Hy-Vee up here and getting my eggs and my turkey sausage and all that and oatmeal and stuff. So I've been locking in on breakfast so I can have that energy for the day. But usually at some point during the day after that, I try and make get one more meal. But it's just like I'm just used to working on zero energy all the time, and it's not very sustainable. I've learned that it's not very sustainable. So I'm trying to work on that. Yeah.
Man. So how crazy did last year get for you, bro? Because I keep on hearing you mention like 2020, crazy.
I just imagine this. Imagine this. Freaking no more stimmies. Well, no. Well, I guess we got one more stimmy like early in the year, but had that stimmy. After that, I wanted to get a car so bad because I had the stimmy money, I had my saved money from the unemployment, and I got my taxes money. So all that added up to like 4,000, maybe like 4,100. And I was so dead set on getting a car. I was ready. I'm like, I was searching up cars, looking up, problems with certain cars, where, location, all that, like every detail you can find, like looking up like Carfaxes and stuff, VIN numbers and all that. And I finally settled on my car. I went in there, got it. It was all cool. And they were telling me like, yeah, your payment is going to be 400 a month. And I'm like, I can do that. I get 400 every week for freaking, from unemployment. Like, I don't care. But, and this is a thing that I'm super bad at. Well, I could be better at it. I'm not horrible at it anymore, but like I was pretty bad. Like the little passwords, the little internet passwords, dude, fuck me up, bro. Like I was trying to log into my unemployment and like I forgot my password and I kept trying a different one and it was like you locked out. Nah, you gotta call this number and do this and do that and all that. And I'm like, dang. And every time I tried to call, like, everybody's calling unemployment during that time. So it's like, I don't have the time to do this. I got a DoorDash. But when I finally got one of them on the phone, it was like, all right, we can, reset your password. Sure. I promise you it's hell DoorDashing as a single source of income, G. It's hell. It's low-key hell, bro. Ain't shit like every day, especially during the summer. It's like melting hot, melting hot. I'm trying to get my AC working right. I'm trying to roll the window down just to get some wind, but then the wind get hot when you stop. And,
Yeah.
oh my God. And then was doing that all year, well, most of the year. It's mostly just like I didn't really understand how the car situation really worked. Like I did a lot of research like physically on the car, but like I didn't understand like how the car, like financing the car really worked. Like I never had a financial literacy class. I never had nobody in my family understand financial literacy well enough to explain it to me. Like I was just kind of going off, just going with it, like going with the flow, just making it happen. But yeah, man, like I set up auto payments or something, and them payments was coming out, boy, but I ain't had that money, and I would be trying to work and catch up with everything. It's just like when they tell you take this, like when I told them like take this payment out on this day, they took that to mean as, or like I say this day and this day a month, they took that to mean as every 2 weeks. I didn't say every 2 weeks. I said on the 6th and the freaking, what is that? The 20th or something like that. Like the 6th and the 20th. Like not every 2 weeks, every 2 weeks. No, 6th and the 20th, these days. And I promised to God, it felt like every month they would take my shit at any other day than those 2 days. Like they would just take it on a different day. And it's like, no, I need this day so I can get this money for the payment that's tomorrow. But they're just doing whatever they want. And that was a lot on me because, I'm still young. I'm still learning stuff. Like I'm still learning how to make phone calls and talk to people on the phone. So I just had to get to a point where it's like I would be praying. Like I'd be like, please don't take this shit out on the third. I don't have it on the third day. Up on the third, minus 216. Oh man, what is y'all on? And it would be days where I wake up and thinking I'm about to have a decent day, and I look at my bank account and it's negative 200 something. I'm like, all right, I got to go do a dash. I'm not doing nothing else today. And it was a lot of that until I got on the phone with the people and just like, hey, like when I got the hotel job, I told them, my different times, but I had that going on. Some personal family stuff was happening that was really was super crazy. Like, how's my life dealing with that? But and I had like my relationship really wasn't the biggest problem. I had like arguments and stuff, little communication issues here, but it wasn't too crazy. It was more like just the financial stuff. Like I felt like I was always like right below floating. Like I'm always right below the water, like right below sea level. I feel like I was always right below sea level. Like no matter what I did, like I could DoorDash all day to pay these bills, but at the end of the day, I got nothing in my fridge. I got nothing in my stomach. I got nothing in my fridge. And then I got to a point where just to eat something, I get like fast food because it's cheap, but that's messing up my body, and that's not helping nothing. And it just kind of all like just kept coming until like I had to really like grab my life by the fucking throat and be like, I'm not playing with you no more. Like, let's organize some of this stuff. And it was just a lot of like misorganized stuff, stuff that you didn't expect. yeah, but I'm just, what I'm saying? What don't kill you make you stronger, I went through all that and, I feel like that brought me one step closer to being the man I want to be. So, but I tell you, it was pretty rough. It's just like door dashing in like 90-degree weather. It's not for anybody, bro. It sucks.
You gotta be a warrior.
Gee, like I be trying to be out there with a hat. I'm sweating buckets walking in these restaurants. I got an order for Michael F. Like I'm sweating buckets, bro. Like my shirt, I'm done with sweating out my shirt. I'm like, gee, please stop. But yeah, it was a lot going on, but you're gonna make it through. Like my mom say, just keep living. Like you think it's hard now, just keep living. So yeah, that was most of it.
Like, how does it feel knowing that now, like you're taking control of your life?
It feels amazing. I cannot lie. Like, cause like the situation with my shorty, like I appreciated her for what it was, but at the same time, I kind of wanted more, but I also didn't have the energy to give her for real. Like I barely had the time because like she, went to sleep kind of early. So like I barely had the time, and I just definitely didn't have the energy, and it was just a lot. But right now, feeling just taking control of my life, I just feel way more confident. I just feel better because going to the gym, like, I had the health concerns, so, like the high blood pressure stuff, but I'm one dude, like, I'm always going to try and take that stuff in my own hands at least a little bit. So, I got back to the healthy eating, make sure, eating stuff that's going to give me energy throughout the day, stuff that's not going to, make me sluggish, the working out. Working out feels great. Like this soreness that I be feeling, like it hurt, but it's like, it's a reminder that you did something productive. Like that's like I'll always hold on to that. Like that makes me feel good no matter what. And kind of having a little more freedom, being off the leash a little bit makes me feel good because it's like now I can really spend my free time just like doing whatever. Like I can really I ain't got to worry about somebody telling me what to do and what not to do and stuff. But waking up early, like at first it's pretty rough, but I don't know. I just had to really start, locking in. Like you have to sleep by this time. You have to get to sleep by this time. No matter what, you have to sleep by this time. Because I think not yesterday, the day before yesterday, I probably got like an hour and a half of sleep before I had to take Jimmy to work, and because I just could not sleep.
How do you stay up that late, man?
I love staying up late, man. It's just like I feel like the world is so quiet when it's really late. Like it's so quiet, and I just love it. Like it's ain't nobody trying to. Well, you still get people trying to text you and all that, but when I'm at the crib, like I'll put my phone face down. Like I turn that. I won't turn it on for real, but like sometimes I will if it's like the family group chat blowing up. But a lot of times I could just really sit up, catch up on any shows, do whatever. Because the main reason for me being a night owl nowadays, because I wasn't like this before. It's just I'm spending most of my days doing stuff I don't want to do. I am working. Like I spend a lot of my day working. I spend a lot of my day like out, trying to get ahead, like trying to do productive stuff. Like it's not all stuff I don't want to do, but like I spend a lot of this day like not even being able to sit in my room and just vibe out and hit the bowl or watch an episode of the TV show I'm into. Like at this job at the hotel, like I do like 3 to 11s on the regular. Like I get off at 11 o'clock. Nothing is open at 11 o'clock. You can't get no food. People, I mean, you get people who are still awake. Like my friends are still awake, but people are really not trying to do nothing at 11. And 3 to 11, like you see the sun go away. Like that is vicious, bro. You come home, all the parking spots taken up in the parking lot. Like it's just like I gotta stay up. Like you be kind of getting tired towards the end of that shift, but then like the second you leave, you got all this energy. Oh yeah, okay, sure, whatever. So yeah.
But I still remember like that summer when I stayed in Ames with you guys, man.
Yeah.
Like how Ames is at night, bro. It kind of like blew my mind, bro. Like what is this? It was like a quietness, a stillness that I've never seen before in the city.
Yeah, like I don't know, man. I feel like you sure right about that. I mean, what y'all be getting busting like on the weekends and stuff, but I'm still like I'm 23 right now. Like I'm overwhelmed. Like I mean, I don't hate the club or nothing like that. It's just like I had my wild, crazy club times like when I was 21, 22. But and I'm still down to have more wild times. It's just like the music be taking me out of it a lot of the time, bro. Like you be in there, you know, praying to God that they play some Young Thug or something or Gunna or something, and they be playing. I'm Mr. Brightside. Like, bro, I'm not trying to listen to this shit. Or they play some fucking EDM and shit, like motherfuckers fist bumping. Like, this is not a rave, bro. Like, this is a club, bro. Go to a rave with this shit. Like, it's always that weird ass DJ just up there, just like, and he's just playing bullshit, bro. And it's and the white people turning up, they love this shit. They can't get enough of this shit. They doing front flips off this shit. Like they spinning on they fucking heads and shit. Like, yeah. But I'm in that bitch. Like, if they play another fucking 50 Cent song in 2022, I'm gonna fucking lose. Please stop. Please play something. And then like they play something kind of new, but it'll be like some Drake music from like 2016 or some shit. Like, bro, that shit is over, bro. Come on. Like, it's a good song, sure, but come on, man. You act like you like they be acting like they playing a song that everybody ain't heard 100,000 times before. Like, play some new shit, please, bro.
Oh man,
but it do get pretty dry out here at night. Like shit, restaurants be closing like 10 o'clock, 10:30. Like, nigga, I'm still hungry, bro. Like, come on,
I'm still hungry.
Come on, bro.
Well, my guy, he's still out here making up his own meals and shit. Like, bro, I remember like when I saw you on your health kick, bro. That shit, like that shit brought light to me, bro. Cause it's like I was like starting like that journey myself, bro. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I was like 202, bro, and that 202 wasn't looking right. You feel me? And niggas was going through it, bro. So I had to get back right, bro. And like that whole journey, like seeing that you was going through that too, bro. Like it kind of showed me like it's possible to get through this and get to the other side, man.
Man, look, I mean, all I really like I've gotten to a point where I feel like my purpose in life, not necessarily career wise, but like purpose period is or what I think my purpose is like to inspire others the way I wish others would have inspired me. In a sense, like, because I've only had one person in my life who like I've had inspiration from different people, but like the most impact I've had on my life from somebody else was from my big brother Tyrone. He passed like it was a while ago, but I remember he was just like, because I grew up with my aunt and uncle, and you know, my real parents were, you know, whatever, and you know, I had all these like random siblings. But you know, my big bro Tyrone, like he would always come out to the suburbs to see me and, you know, tell me that, you know, I'm doing a great job and, you know, give me a little, you know, like $5 or something. Like when you're a kid, $5 is like, damn, you give me $5. Like it's crazy. And then he would have like a food truck. He'd bring his food truck out there and show me like, you know, yeah, you know, I'm making all this, and I'm going here, and here, you know, I'm gonna sell food, and da da da, you know, here goes some of my money from tips. He'll give me some of the money off the tip jar and stuff. And just like he just always like made me feel like genuinely like somebody really cared about me. And not to say that my uncle and I, you know, all my siblings didn't care about me, but like I just felt like, and there's still lingering feelings like that now too. I don't, you know, really feel like it's strong, but I always felt for a minute like they loved me out of pity, because it's like, oh, his parents are like, you know, messed up on drugs. Like, you know, if we leave him here, he's just gonna, you know, he's probably gonna have a terrible future. Like, you know, let's help him out. I know that's not necessarily the case, because my aunt did want a son and she had all daughters, so that was a W for her. But my uncle sometimes would make me feel like if I did one thing wrong, like I'm gonna go back with my parents, like I'm gonna go back to, you know, that rough life and stuff. And that really made me feel like no one loves me unconditionally. It made me feel like they love me, but like out of pity, like out of being a good person kind of sometimes. But after a while I got over that, you know, got close with everybody, got over that. But my brother, like he would come out and see me, it's just like, damn, big bro. Like, yeah. Like I felt like baby Sasuke, man, when he was like, Itachi, Nissan, what are we doing today? Like, that was my bro. And when he passed, like, it really messed me up. But it instilled one thing in my head, like, because we have like a family thing of like heart problems and stuff. And, you know, he passed with like a heart attack, like real young. And I just, ever since then, I was just like, well, you know, I whatever was in the house, I would try to eat healthy. But like when I got my own money to buy my own food, I'm like, I can either keep buying fast food and buying, you know, breaded shit and all this stuff that's just gonna make these problems worse, or I can, you know, lock in and Google stuff and see, you know, what helps with, you know, heart, you know, blood pressure stuff, what helps with heart stuff, you know, what's the right stuff to eat, what's the healthy stuff to eat, how to prepare it, you know. And I'm not saying I'm perfect at eating healthy, but when I go out, I try to get Mexican food more because obviously, you know, it's a bunch of cheese, but like I be trying to make sure I get like guacamole and stuff with chips and just something. I just feel like Mexican food might be one of the healthier options for going out to eat, unless you finna eat like fucking tofu and shit. Like that's not me. I'm not there yet. But if I go grocery shopping, if I go grocery shopping, you know, I get the fruits and the vegetables and stuff. I be trying to snack on fruits, or at least have a fruit with each meal. And you know, instead of pork sausage, I'm on turkey sausage now. And I just like to be really like self-reflective on my choices and my eating choices, and just like be smart about it. But you know, I guess I still have high blood pressure, but it was getting bad when I was kind of letting myself go when I was, you know, with when I was in, you know, in my relationship. Like towards the end, I kind of started letting myself go, just whatever, just eating anything, just eating out all the time, whatever. And like I had that dad bod real bad. Like it was gonna get bad, or like I've been cutting weight now with Kevin and everybody, but I'm just really inspired. I was just so inspired by my brother. Like that will never leave me as long as I live. Like that's the only piece of him that I got in my heart. Like, I mean, I have like his obituary and stuff. Like the piece of him in my heart is like, I'm going to live past that age that you passed at. I'm going to show you what 30 and 31 and 32 and 33 look like. I'm going to show you what all that. You're going to see that when you're looking down from heaven over. You're going to see like, you know, I'm going to live those years out. Like I'm going to get past that age you passed. Like I'm going to do the like, you know, it's not your fault. You made a mistake. Like anybody can make that mistake. Just, you know, not taking it health seriously, but like I'm going to push off of my brother, and that's like my biggest inspiration, and that's what leads me to eat all the healthy stuff and buy healthy stuff. Like it don't always be good as hell, but I don't know. I've gotten better at cooking, so that shit. I made some ramen the other day. Man, that shit was good, boy. I knocked that shit out.
My boy said it was really one of them.
It was like, cause I had bought some green onions or spring onions, and I just remember when I go back to Chicago every time, I go to the China Star, and they shrimp fried rice is way better than the shit out here, because it's like they got the, you know, shrimp, the rice, the vegetables, all that, but they got the green onions, and they be having a little bean sprout, a little white, like real skinny, like white pieces, and that shit be, ooh, that should be so good. And I was just thinking, I'm like, because I'll be ordering shrimp fried rice out here, and I'm just like, look, like, if I just get some freaking green onions from Hy-Vee, wash them, cut them up, put them in the bowl, store them, and just use them whenever I get that, that's fine. And I just started kind of putting on a lot of stuff, and you know, it's a good thing. Like it's helping me be healthier, even in small doses and stuff. And it's really like I just be trying to just try new stuff. Like I have the internet, like we all have the internet. Like you can learn something new and figure something new out. Like it's not hard. You just gotta have the will. Like my willpower be what's carrying me through a lot of this stuff, because I be having these breakdowns. I be having these deep emotional moments where, you know, I don't want to keep going and all that. But it's like, look, man, you know, your brother is watching you. It's not like he's gonna hate me or something or whatever, or not forgive me if I let myself down or whatever. But it's like, I want to do it for him. It's a personal thing. I want to do it for him. I want to do it for him, and I want to do it for myself. And it's like, just do it. Like, it just stop. You know, the more you sit around complaining, the more time that goes by, and the more time that goes by, that's opportunity that's going by. So, yeah,
that's true.
Long, but yeah,
bro, it's so powerful to hear you say like your purpose, bro. Like you living like your purpose, and even like finding your purpose, like it would be like being an inspiration to others, bro. Like that shit hit deep, man.
Yeah, I mean, hey man, it wouldn't be without that man Tyrone, man. He's the GOAT, man. Like when I get more money to get even more tattoos, like I'm finna get a tattoo of him on my leg, like a big one. But I mean, I just feel like a lot of my life, whenever I would go through, like I learned a lot of stuff through experience. Like I didn't have that cool older, well, I mean, like my cool older brother passed, but like outside of that, like living with my aunt and uncle, like I'm growing up with my dad my uncle who just like sits around and like complains and smokes cigarettes all day and is distrustworthy of people and stuff. And my mom
my first
like,
medal, bro.
no, I like, bro. He's a character. He's a character for sure. But my mom is just like always working hard, and when she's not working hard, she's beating us over the head with this Bible, like Jesus, like taking us to church and all this, and it's just like, and outside of that, it's just girls, and I never really had that like cool older brother growing up, post my brother's death. Like I never had that cool older brother, or cool, older, man in my life who could really like tell me like, hey man, like, watch out for this, or, if this happened, or, if something happened to me, like I could call him and be like, hey, this happened to me. And he'd be like, oh, I understand, this is what you do, da, 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 da. Like, and I just, and I was the only boy really in the family because it's like, my dad's just, doing whatever, kind of a non-factor, low key. But I was kind of the only boy in the family. But ever since like my nephew was born, like I'm just like, that's another boy. Like that's my son right there. Like that's my dog. Like all this little stuff I learned the hard way through experience and all this, like I'll be able to tell him and he'll be able to know ahead of time. It's not always going to translate to being a perfect solution for his situation, but like at least he'll have some frame of reference to be like, okay, when you for example, like, okay, when you go out to the bar, like don't be buying every girl you talk to drinks because you're gonna run out of money and you're not guaranteed no play after that. You're gonna look like an idiot. Or don't go running up on girls. If you see a girl shaking ass in the air or something, don't try and just run up and grab her out of nowhere. Like that's how you get slapped or baked, or her boyfriend be there and you gotta fight. And like it's like be smarter, like be cooler about situations and stuff. Like it's advice that I could give him that I learned the hard way. That he'll have like good advice to be like, hey, I don't have to do that. I can just like my biggest wish is for my nephew to just be like, yeah, my Uncle Josh was the coolest, man. He was just that's my dog, man. Like I wouldn't be worried. Like I just want him to be inspired by me, like so bad, because I wish I had that uncle who was like that for me, like that older uncle who's not like fucking 30, but like who's not like
close enough in age range,
Yeah, but hey, I just want to do it for my nephew, and eventually, if I have a kid, of course. So yeah.
I hear you, man. Because bro, I still think about that quote you told me your brother said, bro. When he was like, some days you're not gonna want to wake up, and other days you're not gonna want to go to sleep. But like it's like that is so real, bro.
I've lived that so many times in my life. Like it's been so many times I wake up and I'm like, oh my God. Like I just want to go back to sleep and never wake up again. And it's been days where it's like, damn, it's 5 a.m. I don't even care. Like I don't care. I'm not trying to sleep, bro. But yeah, that's been like a real guiding factor. But in this last year, when stuff got really hard, I turned to that a lot. But then I really got to the point where, because I think one time, like my car broke down while I was door dashing, and it was like really like I was locking in for rent, and I was probably halfway done with rent, and I got 2 good orders from Red Lobster. I go there, and my dumbass turned my car off, and I usually don't turn my car off. I come up there, try to turn my shit on. The light didn't even come on, nothing. I'm sick. I'm like, but I thought about my brother's quote. This one of those days where you don't want to fucking wake up. Like the next day, like that next day was so hard trying to get my car to start. Like I had Kev, Bailey, fucking Marshawn, everybody. We out and it's super hot, like 90 something out there hot, and we trying to get my car to start. We trying to jump my car. We pushing Kev's car to line up with my car and all this, and we got it going. And it's like, okay, cool. We got it. I go to the battery shop because it's a battery problem. I get to the battery shop. We get to the battery shop. These niggas, the battery shop, talking about it's not your battery. It's something else. Your battery's perfect. You lying. They test my battery all that day. No, it's good. I'm like, damn, what the? And we ended up figuring out that it was like a wiring issue. Like one of the wires connected to the battery was messed up. But I had to get on the phone with the tow people all day, and I'm still hot as hell. And a car don't start. That means that car don't got AC. So you just in there hot, and it's just. But you just hold on. You just like I'm not gonna give up. That's what the world wants you to do when they beat your ass like this. It wants you to give up. It's like give up. But if you don't give up, life is like, dang, this nigga really didn't give up, huh? I guess he's hot shit or something, but whatever. Like you just can't let that shit beat you in and just take away everything. Like you can't let that shit take away your drive, bro. Because once you take away your drive, like that's when niggas really get like, get to the point like killing themselves and stuff like that. And I ain't gonna lie, I've been kind of close to that point before, but in hindsight, it's like, man, I've been through tougher shit than that. Like, I'll be okay. Yeah. What you been getting into outside of the pod? Like, what's the situation, man? I heard, I talked to Kevin about, I heard during the break he was having some real interesting times with somebody, man. He was getting real interesting.
Man, we gotta give a shout out to the point guard himself, G Kevo. You feel me? Like
G Kevo, he hit you with that assist.
He's just that guy, bro. He's that guy, bro. Like it's just crazy, bro. It is like things just like this kid, like it flows so effortlessly, and it's like, bro, like how does she even exist, bro? Like that she shouldn't be possible. It has to be a glitch in the matrix or something, bro. Something's not adding up, bro. But it's like after every conversation we have, I'm just like, damn. Like she like just continues to find ways to like just blow my mind, bro. And she's like just a dope ass individual. She's like a blessing, bro. For real, for real. Man, it's just crazy. Like how Sway, like nothing against like my last girlfriend, because like I wasn't like Superman or the perfect individual myself, but it's just like it's so different. It's like a complete 180, like the other end of the spectrum. And I feel like now like I'm in a better position to like really receive it, like or even like to really receive love. Cause like at first when we're younger, like the environments we grow up in, we don't know how to love or even how to receive love. But it's like over the last few years, like I've been like really working on myself. And it's like working on myself has put me in this position I'm in now, in a sense.
Yeah, I feel like and like when you said like you spent those couple years working on yourself, I feel like I'm at that point now because at the end of the day, with like relationships and all that, it's like you have to have love and peace in yourself. You have to have that shit in yourself because if you're dependent on somebody else for it, like it's like you're sucking their energy away, and at the same time, like I don't know, it's a little hard, but it's just like you have to have love in yourself. You have to know that, no matter what happens with this person, like I'm like, outside of being like heartbroken and all that, like, I'm going to be okay. Like I'm going to, whatever. But if you're with somebody, you're just like, if they're having a bad day, obviously, when you're with somebody, they're having a bad day, it's not going to make your day better. But it's like, if they're having a bad day, I'm having a super bad day too. And we're just whatever, but if they're having a good day, then no matter what's going on with me, I'm having a good day because they're having a good day. It's just like you have to have your own you have to have your own island. Yeah. And like when two islands come together, that's beautiful because that's it's a combo island. But like you have to have your own island where it's like, I am secure in myself, I am confident in myself, I love myself, I know I can do this, I know I can do that. Like I know this person cares about me, I care about this person. Like it's solid, but taking those years to work on yourself is so important. I feel like it's so like overlooked a lot too, because with this last relationship, and I know I keep talking about it, but
I was there, bro. I was there.
I got to a point where I felt like, obviously with all the stuff going on, but I got to a point where it's just like, I don't love like I don't like what I'm becoming. I didn't like what I was becoming. I didn't like the type of future that I saw for myself going down this path, like without taking more time to focus and lock in and work on myself. Because I feel like when you with somebody, you can still work on yourself. I'm not saying that, but it feels like you can't put all the energy that you need to into yourself because you're putting your energy into a relationship and another person. You can't put all the energy you really need to into yourself. Now, if you've done that beforehand, that's fine. But like when you're in a relationship, it's like we're working on this. Like, sure, we may be really compatible and we obviously are attracted to each other and like each other, but like I feel like getting to the long term, like get to forever is like putting in work, like putting in a lot of work, like making compromises, talking stuff out, communicating, talking about the relationship, not talking about something that happened, talking about, how are we both feeling about this and about that. Like, I feel like there's a lot of importance in taking that time to focus on yourself and work on yourself. Like it was a time where I was looking in the mirror and I'm just like not liking what I fucking saw. Like
Yeah.
I was just rolling out of bed and trying to make money and rolling out of bed and trying to do this and trying to do that and doing everything I can just to, just to just to get by really. And I like what you said when you were saying like it's so different than your last one because I feel like my next relationship I definitely want it to be different because up to this point with relationships, I never knew what it really meant to like have somebody unconditionally love you, like just love you for you. Like I never knew how to receive that or give that, like you said. And I would just be like so like taken aback. Like I would be so like stuck on it, like, like the bare minimum stuff in relationship, like the most bare minimum, like someone loving you, someone, when you're sad or when you're down, they're coming and comforting you. Somebody telling you, motivating you or saying like, hey, you're doing a good job, don't worry about that. Like somebody giving you a hug. Like before I got with my last girl, like I probably hadn't had a hug in like 2 years, bro. Like outside of maybe seeing my family, but yeah. And then it was just like, an intimacy and all that. And it's just like, I was clinging so hard onto the bare minimum that I was ignoring how I was really feeling about a lot of the situations going on.
Bro,
I was just so
I was there.
onto
I was there,
minimum.
bro. I was there, man. But it's beautiful to hear how you didn't like keep lying to yourself, because like I've been in that situation, other people been in that situation before, but it's like instead of getting out, you just stay, just because it's the comfort.
Yeah.
And like
it's comfort. It's literally comfort.
You don't want to deal with that what if, like, or like what's next type you dig. But when you're brave enough to be honest with yourself, bro, that shit would like change your world, bro. And it's like, bro, that's something like bro, I wish I was that brave to be honest with myself. Like I'm somewhat there now, and I feel like I'm getting there now. But it's like in the past, like I used to just settle for shit, just cause I was scared.
You're too young to be settling, man.
Yeah, real shit, bro.
Like I had to because the other day, like after I broke it off, I was feeling really bad. I wasn't feeling bad for myself. I was feeling bad that I did her dirty because I'm such like I was raised in this environment where it's like you just have to get by. You just have to, make the right people happy and you'll be okay. And like I just developed so much people pleasing stuff and just not even thinking about myself. Like even after a relationship, like I'm still hoping she's okay. I know she's probably not, but I'm hoping like I still give a fuck about her. Like I didn't break up because, whatever. I just realized like it was more me, and I sat up the other night thinking about it. I'm just like, it's okay to say you deserve more, to want more. It's okay to want more than the bare minimum. Like, it's okay. It's okay to want more. It's okay to want something different. Like, you're not a bad guy for ending something. Like, I feel like this generation and like, and I know I sound like a big ass old head, but like with social media stuff, like social media, like if I'm being honest, that shit will have you walking around like you can't trust nobody. Everybody is just trying to get over on you, and you got to be mean to the world because the world's gonna be mean to you. And it's like, the world can get pretty cold, but like at the same time, a lot of that is about what you put out. Like a lot, it's not as deep as like all the worst things are gonna happen all the time, and you can't trust anybody and all this. Like there are people you can't trust, sure, but it's like if you walking around not trusting anybody, like you're gonna be miserable. Like it's okay to think for yourself and understand for yourself and, trust and care and, make your own decisions. And, if something's not working, it's okay to, end it. I was so scared with this relationship. I didn't want to cheat because of my last relationship. I ended it by cheating. And that was like, so much. Like it was a lot. It was too much. And I'm just like, okay, I'm not going to do it again. Like I'm never going to, like, if I'm getting with somebody, it's going to be serious. Like I'm not going to cheat. And I'm very proud of myself in this relationship that I didn't cheat because Jesus Christ, I had a bunch of opportunities to cheat.
Jesus Christ.
A bunch of them. I had a bunch of them. Like, I can't even capture you. I had a whole bunch of them. But, like, at the same time, I'm just like, look, I'm not doing my girl like that. I'm not. I'd like motherfuckers like this one girl like that I was really trying to get with before I got with my girl. And, the pandemic happened, all that separated us. But she came back in town. She was trying to get with me. And she started pressing me, G. And I'm like, Like, you know, I wanted to. Like, I really wanted to. Like, I actually see, like, because, like, I actually was planning to mess with this girl before the virus shut everything down. And then it's like, you get a second chance. But it's like, that still don't matter. Like, I made a commitment to somebody. Like, if I break that commitment, A, I'm not learning from my past mistakes. And B, that's just low character stuff. And I'm not low character. I can't, you know, I'm not a teenager who's just trying to fuck everything he sees. Like, no, like, I'm a man, bro. Like, I gotta have some self-reflection. I gotta have some, like, you know, self-control. And yeah.
And to add on to your point, bro, like I remember there was a point in time like people like, oh, you're such a real person, you're so genuine, but it's like, bro, I'm not like I wasn't being real or genuine. I was just pleasing others. You feel me? I was putting everybody else
Yeah.
first. You know, I was putting myself on the back burner. You know, and it's like, bro, like, and that shit used to kind of like irk me when people like, oh, you're so real and this and that. But it's like, bro, like, I can honestly see through it. Like, I was just pleasing everybody else around.
I read something the other day about, like, it was, you know, ironically it was on TikTok, but it was like, today's society, we measure a person's goodness. Like, you know, the measure of a good person is basically how easy you are to manipulate and how, you know, how easy it is for you to just please people. Like, basically being a good person in today's society means, like, you do whatever people ask you and you're easy to manipulate, and, you know, you just try to go with the flow. But in reality, that doesn't work on an individual level, because on an individual level, you have to look up a player one. Like, it's people, like, it's plenty of people that I would just, you know,
Yeah.
I'm laying my life down. Like, I have people in my life who I know would lay their life down for me, and I would lay my life down for them. Drop of a hat, nothing. Like, my little brother called me this morning, like, because I got paid, and it wasn't that big a check because they kind of playing with my hours at the hotel. But I put, you know, money on my rent. I put money on my utilities and stuff. I put money on another bill, but I think I probably had, like, you know, I bought some groceries. I think I had like $50 after all was said and done. I still had to, you know, get gas in my car, put 20 in my car. My little brother called me and he was like, hey, because, you know, he getting ready to go to, you know, he like, you know, starting college real soon. And, you know, he needed like some money to like get to the train, and then he had to, you know, pay for some, you know, to get started with, you know, he just needed some money. And he was like, yeah, you know, it's a big favor. You know, if you could just send me $20. I'm like, bro, send me your cash app. I got you. It's nothing. Because it's like, I'm going, you know, generally with anybody, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be cool. You know, I'm going to be cordial. You know, if I can help them, sure. But I'm not breaking my neck to help nobody I don't know, unless I see some benefit for me. Like, it's not just, oh, you're going to get good karma. Like, my karma ain't been special for a minute now. I've been doing nothing but people pleasing, and I had no amazing karma come my way yet. Like, the only good stuff that's happened is like the stuff that I'm believing, that I'm saying, like, some good's gonna happen. Like, I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Like, but in reality, like, I'm only gonna break my neck doing something for people who I know are gonna break their neck doing that for me. The general population gets, you know, niceness, whatever, but I'm not breaking my neck unless you're paying me or you're somebody who I know will do the same for me. Like, I'm done with the just people pleasing just to people please. I'll be nice, I'll wave, I'll say what's up to people, you know, if it's something real simple, like, oh, you know, can you, you know, help me lift this box, you know, whatever, I don't care, you know, I got the time. But if I don't got the time to help you lift that box, boy, I'm walking away. Don't say that shit to me. I don't care. I'm not helping you. I got stuff to do. If I help you lift this box, then I'm gonna be late on what I need. And I gotta look out for me first. You, I don't even know you.
That's good, man. I love the question you asked me, bro. So you got anything else to follow up with, man?
I don't know, man. Just like, so where you see yourself going from here, like with the pod, with like career and stuff? Like, are you just doing the pod as your career going forward, or like, you know, you want to like spread into other stuff? Like, what's the like, you know, refined plan now? You know,
Like, big picture, you know, and then like I got to the point I realized, like, hey, like, just having a podcast isn't enough, you know. So now my thing is just trying to create a network, you know, and build it up to as big as it could possibly be, you know. And it's like just having, I just want to build a network and have it be as big as it possibly can be, and like help put others on. And it's like, bro, like, there's so many people like us that don't have a voice and don't really get to share their perspective, or even like offer like any type of hope for other people. You know, because like, of course, like you hear about the celebrities, you know, people making millions and this and that, like, of course, but like not everybody's gonna be in that position, you know. So like, I want to share light on the people that necessarily isn't like a millionaire or billionaire, but they're making the best out of their life, you know, because I feel like more people can really relate to that. So, bro, I'm just really trying to build a network, bro, like media network.
You might have a network with our little group, cause I got some. Well, I don't want to be too presumptuous, but I feel like I got some stuff. I got a couple of things in the fire. I definitely have like a lot of articles for journalism and stuff, but I kind of have an idea of where I want to go from here. And, you know, Jimmy's got the music shit. Like,
for sure,
bro, Jimmy sound like Jimmy.
Like, oh, that Jimmy last
like
project, bro. I'm listening to that.
Bro, I was just listening to it. He cold as hell. And like, I don't understand. Like, I can't, like, it don't really calculate in my brain, like, how he ain't blown up yet. Like, there are way weaker niggas out there. Like, way weaker niggas getting way more shiny. And I'm like, gee, you sound like you're a real rapper. Like, Jimmy asked me one time, like, he was, you know, he was just asking me, he's like, you know, like for real, like, when you see me, like, you know, you know, do you see like a real rapper? Like, he like, don't, like, be honest, like, whatever. And I'm like, gee, like, you've been rapping damn near as long as I fucking known you. You put out music, like, you put out good, like, one of his songs, I was like, damn, nigga, out of, like, literally, I think he was like, Dear Diary or something. Gee, so tough, so fucking tough. And I'm just like, gee, like, how is this song not blown up? Like, come on, like, I damn near want to tell him to start making TikToks again with his music, because, like, he was doing that at first, and I think he, like, fell off a little bit from him, but I'm like, gee, like, if you get one hit, like people use your sound like one time, like for like a week, people using your sound on memes and stuff, like you will be up there because you got the music. Like it's not like a lot of niggas out here who got like music where they bars not really hidden and, you know, they beats, you know, low production and shit and all that. Like this nigga has good production, he got good bars, like he enunciates his shit. Like
sound, we got, bro.
Literally, bro. He enunciates his shit. Like you can understand every single word he's saying, like. This nigga to like I was just listening to the one song today. He was like, it was like something, you know, I'm always gonna focus on the money or something. And he was like, I gotta be honest, I'm always gonna get to the bucks. And I'm just like, nigga, you're tough, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, I get that's like a bar that, you know, people are saying nowadays, but like the shit he said right before that, leading into that, was like the toughest shit I heard. I was like, damn, nigga, like, so I feel like he gotta make it. I don't care what nobody say. My nigga J Dot gonna make it. I don't give a fuck. He gonna make it. And then with me with the journalism shit, like, you know, that's the network part. Like I can interview him and stuff, and you know, we have like, you know, like, oh, you know, yeah, you know, I've been knowing this nigga for a minute, you know. He talked to me about some stuff, you know, interview more people and all that, and get stuff going. And then, you know, Kevin's just like, he's just that nigga. Like Kevin, you know, he knows exactly what he wants, and he knows exactly how he's gonna get there. That's my boy. So you probably gonna be networked out in a minute.
Bro, I got some stuff I'm gonna tell you off air, bro. Like we gonna have to chop it up for real. For I got some stuff to tell you, my boy. But yeah, like then on top of that, bro, like me and my boy Corey been working on a book, bro. We got like
okay.
Like almost 40,000 words now. So it's like I want us to like get that done and published. And it's like it's not like just some bullshit. You feel like it's something that's real that people in our generation and like people growing up in the future can like really relate to in a real way. But it's so many layers to it, and it's really dope, man. And at this moment, like not the last thing, but like something else I really want to do is I want to publish a poetry book with my boy Corey. And like I have a title for it and everything. Like I have like poems like written, and like I had stuff like say like archive type shit, and like he does too. And it's like, bro, like it's just so much, bro. Especially like watching like that Kanye doc, bro. Like just watching the first episode, bro.
I ain't watch it yet. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. I ain't watch it yet.
I'm just gonna say this, bro. I feel like any true creative can really relate to that beginning process, you know, because you go through the nonsense, the being led around, you know, like even like with me, bro, like it's been plenty of people I've actually come on, like shit would go well, then like I get to the point like, all right, so like what's your email so I can like send you like an invite and we can like schedule it, and then like motherfuckers just leave me open, but it's like okay, like that's what comes with the territory. Like even like feeling like
Yeah.
Like with Jimmy, like with his supporters, so like people support him. Like I get it, cause like you feel like damn, like I thought you was like my man. Like I did, like there's been times like I've interviewed a person, like me and my boy Justin. We interviewed this UFC fighter, and I knew a group of people that was legit, like they was like locked into the UFC ever since we was kids. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I know these niggas gonna enjoy this, so I sent it to them, and like nobody watched it, nobody said nothing. I'm just like,
Dang.
damn, bro, like, but that's how it really be, bro.
I mean, it's just like I don't want to necessarily say that these people are kind of like being this way on purpose or nothing, but it's like you definitely get people who just like they say stuff that they don't mean. Like I'm a person like, and I know I don't hang out with people who not like this, but like when I say I'm going to do something, like I'm going to do it, and if I can't do it, I will reschedule that, and I promise you I'll do that next time. Like I'm not going to tell you something. I'm not going to lead you off on something. Like it's definitely been times in the past where I've had my little. I don't want to do it. Like, but if I can't do it in that moment that I said, like I will reschedule that. Like we will get that done because I got to stand on my word, bro. That's just being a man. Period. Like you got to stand on that word, bro. Like, but I feel you with the with that shit too. Like, so I remember Jimmy had that one concert up here in Ames, and he said he invited a bunch of people, and like a couple of people that told him like they promised they was going to go, like they just did not show up. And Jimmy rocked that fucking performance, G. Like them other niggas that was there, not so much. That nigga they died, he killed that shit. And I won't like, and I was a little sick. Like I was coming off a cold when I was getting ready to go up there too. And I'm just like, I had every excuse not to go. Like I was 2 seconds from texting this nigga like, man, I don't want to go. But I was just like, nah, fuck that, bro. I told him I'm gonna go. This shit's today. Like I'm not doing nothing else. Like all I'm doing is sitting around feeling sorry for myself. Like I can go up the street and stand around and watch this nigga perform. Like it's not impossible. Like, and I feel like if it's not impossible, you can make yourself do it. Sometimes you just really don't want to, but it's like if you're not doing nothing else, and you told somebody you're gonna do something, you can do that shit. Like at that point, it's a choice. It's a choice. It's a choice to not do it. Like at that point, it's a choice, and so people just
Man, that's it for the latest episode, Checking In with Brando. If you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and go check out more original content. That's on the All American State of Mind YouTube channel. Also, don't forget to check out the All American State of Mind podcast. Don't forget to rate and review us wherever you listen to us at. Also, share with 3 friends and tell your 3 friends to share with another 3. And be smooth and stay safe.